Killua Zoldyck is a 14-year-old prodigal child of a famous assassin family in the story Hunter x Hunter. Throughout Killua's life, he is conflicted between his family duties and obligations and his need to be his own person. His personality comes out through different data in the series, such as behavioral, life data regarding what he actually does with his life, informant data from his friends, and self data from his inner thoughts. Killua Zoldyck has a diverse personality, and we'll go into it with the Big Five, inheritance, and defense mechanisms. Let's look at Killua's Big Five analysis. Killua scored highest on neuroticism, 92%. His assassin upbringing and devalued life around him, making him cold and unable to express his emotions healthily. He overthinks situations, and his abilities constantly and can exhibit low self-esteem. His score on openness is 44%. Although he comes from a militaristic family with rigid structures, he still questions his place in the world. He learns to open up through his friendship with Gon and has the most dramatic character development by far in the end of the show. He scored 30% on extroversion. He keeps to himself and his thoughts private, although he has plenty of fun being a normal kid with Gon. His famous family does give him popularity, yet he would rather not be noticed. He gets bored easily because everything is so mundane compared to the life he comes from. Killua scored 29% on conscientious. He is reckless and a risk taker. He spends most of his money on candy and toys and will gamble whenever he gets the opportunity. He maintains a clean look, yet his inner monologue is anything but. His lowest score was 3% on agreeableness. Killua clearly doesn't respect most people, and he feels he is above it all. He doesn't agree with family expectations or rules. He is, however, very agreeable when it comes to Gon and his sister Alika, but for the most part, he does things for himself. Killua inherited traits from his grandfather, parents, and 5 siblings who lived secluded from the outside world, mostly believing in the power of their legacy. Killua inherits his tactical battle style from his grandfather Zeno and the ability to see 1,000 possibilities in a moment's time. He also gets his sense of humor from him. Killua's father, Silva, wants Killua to be his own person, yet also believes he will inherit the family name one day. Killua inherits his silver hair from his father and grandfather, along with their incredible speed and power. Killua's mother, Kikyo, is overprotective and manic about Killua staying home and doing his duty to the family, even if that means throwing him in a cell. Kikyo set the tone for the string of unhealthy interactions Killua has through his life with other women and his ability to trust others in general. Killua has 5 siblings, but his older brother Illumi has the most impact of all the family members. Illumi implanted a mind-controlling needle in Killua's head at a certain point, which prevented him from fighting any enemy stronger than him and led Killua to believe that true friendship and relationship is futile and out of his reach. Killua inherited his frame of mind from his various assassin family members, yet eventually removes the needle, leaves home, and starts his own journey. There are several examples of Killua's personality traits becoming clear due to the many defense mechanisms that he uses. Because of his cold, quiet nature, Killua denies his emotions and feelings regularly, yet he is overwhelmed by them. Because of his brother Illumi's manipulation needle, and also because of the torture he endured, many of Killua's memories stay unknown to him. He remembers certain things but not others because of the severity of the pain associated with them. Killua has an innate mental code which dictates his actions, and he falls back on the rationalization that it is his duty to kill and be who he is due to his family upbringing. Killua exhibits regression when he fails. He throws a tantrum, one time almost throwing himself into a moving train. Another prominent defense mechanism Killua uses is sublimation, because he channels his negative emotions into training, fighting, and killing, becoming one of the greatest fighters in the series. The last defense mechanism that Killua exhibits throughout the show is displacement. Because of his negative relationship with his mother, he is rude and mean to most female characters through the show. Because of the unhealthy relationship he has with his mother, he displaces his frustration towards other women who tend to be around his mother's age. My opinion is that the best way to look at Killua's personality is with the Big Five method, because it gives a variety of different traits with a opposing scale system. So there are complementary personality things that can be looked at all at once, and I feel that it really gives the best representation of who Killua is as someone who knows the show and knows the character. Looking at it all on paper and in this project, I feel that the Big Five is the way to go and the best way to analyze Killua Zoldyck's personality. Thank you.